Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 2 in season number 3 of the Napa Truck Series. We are here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Lilly Trucking 200, a 20-lap race around this 1.54-mile speedway in Hampton, Georgia, and it should be a good one here tonight. And it's the second race of the season. Had a great race at Daytona where Cookie Helms pulled out to a victory. We saw a lot of passing and a lot of pack racing in that race. And we're going to see the same here tonight in this one. Atlanta Motor Speedway is kind of like Talladega, only a mile shorter. But we see big packs, a lot of pack racing, and definitely a lot of passing for the lead at this racetrack. We're going to go ahead and just get it started right here. So we're going to go ahead and show you guys the starting lineup on the bottom of your screen. As always, I wasn't originally going to do it for this series, but I figured since I'm not going ahead and doing the Turkey Hill Series, have a little bit more time on my hands so I can do this. But anyways, Aiden Shepard in the 68 will start on the pole. Alongside him it's the number 22 of Nicholas Gratton. Bryce Lofor, rookie Bryce Lofor, will start alongside Trey Bartow in row number 2. Part-time driver Cody Smart in the number 2. And Henry Charleston in the 13. Never mind. I'm reading the starting grid for the race and not the finishing results for Daytona, and I thought Henry Charleston finished 5th at Daytona. I might be wrong about that, but I am right about that, probably. Anyways, Nicholas Samadio in the 88 and Sam Cannons in the number 74 in row number 4. And we got ourselves the number 1 of Griffin Lynn and the 51 of Tyler Sullivan rounding out the top 10 starting positions here for the Lilly Trucking 200. Take a look at the rest of the starting lineup on the bottom of your screen and see where you start for this one. 36 trucks in the field as always, and it's 20 laps here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. So Cookie Helms, the driver who clinched his bid towards the championship, and he will be racing for a championship in the chase this season, and we'll see who else will join him. The winner gets into the chase for Season 3, and we'll see which one of these 36 drivers gets the win in the Lilly Trucking 200. We're green flag racing at Atlanta. And Aiden Shepard getting the run there on the inside. Nicholas Gratton finding a hole on the inside. He's going to file right behind the 68. Trey Bartow getting away from Bryce Lofor. The inside lane is the place to be when we come here to Atlanta, as are most tracks we go to in the Napa Truck Series. Aiden Shepard's going to stay out front, 3 wide here as Sam Cannons goes to the inside of Henry Charleston and Bryce Lofor. Got Cameron Garlington trying to do something in the number 8, and that's Jacob Reed, 3 wide for 4th place. There goes Trey Bartow in the number 41 to the inside of Aiden Shepard for the lead. Shepard led lap number 1, but Bartow's going to get a run to the inside and take the lead from the 68 heading into turn number 3. Here comes Jacob Reed in the 17. He's getting a run 3 wide for 3rd place now. Tyler Reddy and Matt Dahlia behind him on the inside lane. And we're going to take note of those drivers on the inside lane because that's the lane that advances here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. If you're on the inside lane, most likely you're going to be up front at some point throughout this race. Jacob Reed takes it from Trey Bartow. Tyler already taking 2nd from the 41, and Matt Dahlia in the 81 on this inside. He's got Cameron Garlington behind him and Ryan Madden on that inside lane. But it's Jacob Reed out front in the number 17 on lap 3 of 20 here in the Lilly Trucking 200. And they kind of fan out a little bit as they go through the double dog leg on the front stretch there. And that's where we can sometimes get 3 and 4 wide situations. There goes Garlington. He's going to push Dahlia to the middle lane and take 2nd from Jacob Reed as Tyler already goes for 1st place. Oh, and we have a crash. Matt Tuck around in the 98. And it looks like Josh Crash might have gotten involved as well. And the caution's not going to come out for that one because Matt Tuck was in the back of the field. He got to the apron, and the crash was not a factor for our leaders. So we're still green here at Atlanta. Very, very interesting thing there. It's a tough break for Matt Tuck and Josh Crash, especially considering that the caution's not going to come out. And Matt Tuck does not have the draft here, and even though this is a 1.5 mile track, the draft does come into play here at Atlanta. As you can see, got this pack racing going on. This lead pack is going to catch up to that 98, and that is going to shake things up if we happen to stay green until that point. Anyways, there goes Stuart Grattan to the inside of Ryan Madden. And here comes the number 10, or sorry, not the number 10, but the number 14, I should say, of Andrew Ivers. However, he's going to get pushed to the middle by Jacob Reed in the 17. Henry Charleston's in the 13. He's moving his way on the inside. Cameron Black's in the 11. When they fan out like this, lots of times they get 4 wide, but they're going to hit Matt Tuck, and that's going to slow down the middle lane. And a lot of guys getting stuck behind the slow 98, and we got a crash in the back. Trey Bartow, Abe Troxel, John Andrews, and I can't quite tell, that's John Arnn in the 05, and the caution's going to come out as Bartow's sideways on the racetrack itself. If it happened just a little bit earlier for Matt Tuck would have gotten back on the lead lap, but unfortunately he's going to be a lap down when we restart in the 98. Oh no, we better not go 4 wide on the cooldown lap. My goodness. Crazy racing so far here at Atlanta. Stuart Grattan, the leader in the number 19. Yep, he is the leader. And quite a few guys involved in this one. That is John Andrews, I'm pretty sure. That's Trey Bartow. John Arndt was involved along with Abe Troxel. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the first caution here in the Lilly Trucking 200 at Atlanta. And like the infamous 4 wide at Daytona, 4 wide does not work here at Atlanta, and Trey Bartow and all these guys here will gladly, well, maybe not gladly, but they'll show us this. And it's actually behind Bartow. Arn Troxel and John Ears kind of got into each other there. Whoa! Wall ride for Trey Bartow in the 41, right under the camera. You see Tyler Salzman around in the 51, and Trey Bartow got in the air a little bit in the number 41. Which I'm going to say it once again. That's a great-looking truck. But John Andrews, part-time driver Abe Troxel in the 59, also with a lot of damage, and Victor Delgado with a piece of it in the 21. But Trey Bartow getting the worst of that one. So he was just ahead of the 4 wide behind him, but it was the 4 wide behind him that kind of got into him there, and that sent him into the outside wall hard. Going to replay this in real time. Following the 41 of Trey Bartow. Abe Troxel involved there with John Arnn and John Andrews. Those guys got 4 wide, they got into each other, and that sent them around. And this is what happened in the back of the pack with the Matt Tuck incident. Cookie Helms, our last winner, got into him, and that sent the 98 up into the wall, and Josh Crash, an unfortunate innocent victim in that one. The reason why the caution did not come out for that is because Matt Tuck was able to drive away, and the crash did not happen in the middle of the pack. So no caution came out for that incident, but it's a tough break for Matt Tuck, who ended up a lap down at the end of this one. Stuart Grattan won the race back to the line. We're going to get to the restart here in the Lilly Trucking 200. Back here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Lilly Trucking 200, Stuart Grattan in the number 19 leads the field. He's got part-time driver Andrew Ivers right behind him in the 14. Henry Charleston, a rookie driver, in the 13. Got Cameron Black. Jesse Turner started next to last for this race. He's running 5th right now in the 92. At the 00 of Elijah Gordon, the number 78 of Zachary Fitzwater, Eric Almanart, and Nicholas Samadio, with Nicholas Grattan rounding out the top 10. Quite a few veteran drivers here in the top 10. Pace truck's going to pull off. Drivers getting knocked out at the end of this one are Matt Tuck. I think he's done for the day. I don't see him out there. He might actually still be on the racetrack. Yeah, he is. Matt Tuck's still out there. But the 02 of John Andrews, the 41 of Trey Bartow, and the 9 of Josh Crash are all out for the rest of the race. And 3 wide for the lead goes Henry Charleston in the 13. And he's going to take the lead here on lap number 12, but we still have quite a few guys with a shot at winning this thing. Matt Tuck did split the pack up here, and he's going to continue to be a factor for this one. You see Matt Dallio stuck behind him with Alex Bonchino back in here in the pack. But does not look like the 98 is going to cause any crashes, but he's going to get in the way of this race, the rate he's going on the racetrack. Elijah Gordon trying to go 3 wide for the lead, but he does not have that run, and Cameron Black's going to take it in the number 11. Henry Charleston's going to file behind the number 11. Eric Almanhart's pushing the 00 of Elijah Gordon on the inside, and Jacob Reed still in this pack. He's got Marty Johnson and Stuart Grattan behind him on the inside lane. Cameron Black will lead lap 13 here in the Lilly Trucking 200. It's 7 laps to go at Atlanta, and a chase spot is on the line here for these drivers. If you win a race, you're going to be in the chase. It's a 10-driver chase. It's a very small chase, so you definitely want to get a win because you're not really going to have as much of an opportunity to get into the chase as you would in the Cup Series. So definitely a lot tighter way of championship, I guess you could say. A lot tighter way of doing it here in the Truck Series than we normally do in the Cup Series, and what we will do in the Turkey Hill Series in September. Actually, September, October, November, December. Yeah. Anyways, there goes Marty Johnson to the inside of Cameron Black for the lead, and Johnson has Stuart Gratton behind him. There's Fitzwater there, and Nicholas Gratton in the 22 is here as well. The 4 is going to get a run through the middle, not quite. Stuart Gratton back up front with 5 laps to go as they cross the line this time by. There goes Zachary Fitzwater to the inside of Gratton for the lead. He's got Nicholas Gratton right behind him. Ryan Madden in the 18s here on the inside with Griffin Lynn and Jack Porkins. There goes Fitzwater to the lead in the 78. Nicholas Gratton in the 22. He started on the outside pole for this one, and he's going to take the lead on lap 16 of 20. And here's Matt Tuck. How is this going to shake things up? The outside lane is going to get held up here, and Tuck's going to go around in the 98. They did not get around the 98 good enough at all. The caution's going to come out again. Eric Allmanhart around in the 86. And we're not going to get back to racing after this one. This is it. Griffin Lynn in the number 1, trying to get to the inside of Nicholas Gratton and beat him to the line. But Gratton might get a run on the outside here. We're just going to have to see Nicholas Gratton, Griffin Lynn. There's Garlington back in there. But the number 1 wins the race back to the line. Oh boy, only unless he crashes here. Are we still racing? No, we're not still racing. It's done. That's going to end the race. And Griffin Lynn is most likely going to be the winner. But Matt Tuck, he was just too slow out there to keep on going. And everybody else was just too fast to get around him in time. And it did not end well for Matt Tuck or Eric Allmanhart in the number 86. But Griffin Lynn in the number 1. I think this is going to be his first ever win on NAPAFan if he can get it done. It's going to be 2 laps to go when we cross the line this time. Going to go ahead and review the crash and see what happened to bring out the caution for the second time here at Atlanta. Well, when you're going under 150 miles per hour on a track like this, you just need to go to the pit road. Matt Tuck, I mean, he's already really deep in the field anyway. He's not really going to get much done. Marty Johnson gets into him. And that's a bad angle there. Whoopsie. But didn't really work out too well for the 98. And Eric Allmanhart kind of got the worst of this here. He had nowhere to go. You see Marty Johnson get into the wall there. Charleston, Black, and Ivers were kind of up there. You see Charleston got hit by Eric Allmanhart as Allmanhart went back up the racetrack in the 90 or in the 86. My goodness, I'm sorry. But tough break for the 86 there. Fortunately, those are the only 2 guys involved in this one majorly. Of course, we had a couple guys into the outside wall. But still, it was enough to bring out the caution and end the race early here at Atlanta. Replay this in real time. Matt Tuck, just too slow for everybody else. And, just didn't work out too well for him, or Eric Allmanhart in the 86. Tough break for those guys there. This was the race back to the line, if we can get to it here. And Griffin Lynn got to the inside of Nicholas Gratton at the end. And we had a pretty good finish here. That's the camera angle we want. And the 1 was able to get it 3 wide in the middle. And he came really close to crashing here. If he crashed there, that would have given the win to Nicholas Gratton most likely. Because Griffin Lynn would not have been able to win the race. Not able to finish the race, I should say. So, it's a good thing for Griffin Lynn that he did not crash when they were bumping around there at the end of that one. But we're going to go ahead and get to the official finish. And then that'll be it here for the Lilly Trucking 200. We're back here for the finish, the official finish of the race, and Griffin Lynn will secure a spot into the chase for the Napa Truck Series here today at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And under caution, Griffin Lynn will win the Lilly Trucking 200 at Atlanta. Nicholas Gretton a close second. Cameron Garlington's going to finish third. Our last winner, Cookie Helms, got fourth, and Jack Porkins rounds out the top 5. There, the official standing is right there. Griffin Lynn with his first ever Napa fan win. I'm pretty sure it's his first ever win. I could be wrong if I am. I'm sorry, but hey, you know what? He got the win here at Atlanta. Went through the top 5. Ryan Madden, Cody Smart, a part-time driver, in 7th. Zachary Fitzwater, Bryce Lofor, and Stuart Bratton rounding out the top 10. And had 3 guys get knocked out on this one. That was John Andrews, Trey Bartow, and Josh Crash. Crash was involved in that crash on lap 4 that did not bring out the caution, and Bartow and Andrews were involved in that crash on lap 7 that did bring out the caution. And unfortunately for those guys, they failed to finish. But Griffin Lynn, he's going to battle for a championship in the chase for the Napa Truck Series this season. And he gets the victory here in the Lilly Trucking 200. So thank you guys very much for watching. Here are the points for the Napa Truck Series, and I will see you guys later.
Compromise, I tried to improvise. You know I've been through this